Rugby really got a gem there. He's only gone for 3 years. I think he'll be about 16 when he comes back, so he'll be able to come back to the Roosters hopefully. And, like Peter V'landys said, go over, get that easy money and then come back to the real sport. 1.6 million could have been spent better on the grassroots of rugby. A $1.6 million winger from the Roosters isn't going to help you beat the All Blacks.
How good is he?
No filter whatsoever.
It's on the spot.
And you can see behind the eyes, you can see him spinning, the hamster's spinning.
That was very good.
Good on you, Brandon.
Very entertaining. All right, what did we make of this news when it came out?
Oh, it's no surprise, really. He played rugby union at school from King's College. Is it college? So
King's School.
Yeah, King's School. No real surprise. But he'll be a sensation in rugby. Just don't know where he'll play. I was talking to Drew Mitchell before. He thinks maybe fullback, or here he is playing for Kings.
Outside centre.
Outside centre, yeah. He said that's the other position. I don't know how he kicks, Joseph. Look at that. What an athlete.
Do you think it's a good move for Joseph, Billy?
Well, if it's what he wants to do, it's not for me to tell him what to do. It's his life, and this is the path he's chosen. He's played rugby in the past. The Wallabies are obviously investing in their World Cup. They're looking towards the World Cup and trying to put together a roster and a team that they think can go and win the World Cup, and Joseph's obviously a part of that. Look, I see the positive in this. For the Roosters, Joseph knows he's here for a year and a half. He's going to want to get the most out of it. Not that he wouldn't anyway, but he's going to want to get the most out of his rugby league career at this time. And then he goes over to play rugby union. Who knows what he does after that. But I love the fact that he's humble. I love the fact that you don't hear any garbage out of him. He just goes about his business, and he's a great player. He's performing on the field.
Because they've got the British and Irish Lions tour in 2025 and then the Rugby World Cup in Australia in 2027. Freddie, what do you think the attraction for Joseph was to sign this deal with rugby?
Well, there's a couple of things. Obviously, he's a great player. You know, I think everyone can see how talented he is. I watched him play a couple of times when he was playing for Kings, and you could see straight away he's, you know, by far so strong, fast, knows both games. You know, he's just a really good player. And the other side of it, though, which is going to be the hard side, he's going to go with a lot of expectation, which is going to be really tough because not only they've bought a player, they're buying someone who's going to advertise their World Cup. You know, and this is what they're going to do over the next couple of years, is try to pick a couple of, you know, obviously elite athletes to come over and not only be very good and help them win, but also promote it, because this is a big part of rugby union. You know, rugby union aren't doing that well financially. They need to really nail this World Cup, and, you know, they're going to use Joseph to not only the best of his ability on the field, but off the field. So he'll be busy. Yeah, and like Billy said,
okay,
all those players, you listen to all those players from the Roosters.
Name 5 Wallabies.
Well, I couldn't at the moment.
Yeah. In the early 2000s, you can name the starting 15. Yeah. Gregan, Larkham, you know, all the players. They need a personality there.
Do you think more will follow? Should the NRL be concerned? Do you think that's...
They've only got so much money too.
It's a big loss. Joseph is a once-in-a-generation player, but there's other players coming through. There'll be other players, and I guarantee you he'll be back.
Do you think? How do you think that Joseph will be received with the current Wallabies players? You know, he's going over there to play in a 15-man team plus the reserves. Like,
I think, mate, if you're a teammate, you'll see him walk in. He trains hard. He's respectful. You know, you get the same vibe as everyone else does, and you listen to the players. At the end of the day, he's the right person in the right time, and I feel like...
I wish him all the best.
Yeah,
it'd be good to watch him play. I'm looking forward to watching him play.
Well, you were close to joining rugby.
I was going to sign.
How close were you?
I was going to sign.
What changed?
They saw a photo of him asleep at the,
at the airport.
They thought he was dead.
If you think Joseph's a good player now, you wait for a year and a half.
Yeah,
he's going to be one of the best players in our game when he goes.
What was it that attracted you? What made you?
I just wanted another challenge. Do your hair, mate. Little pillow head. Look at Matt Giddo's hair. Yeah, I just want another challenge. No, I used to watch it when the Super 12 started, mid-90s. I loved it. Loved how fast and open it was. Yeah, just wanted another challenge. Never played it. Well, we played in Bermuda.
We played Bermuda.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. We actually won. We'll just leave that.
No.
We had a good time over there, didn't we? Well, I did.
What happened?
Oh, we won. We went over as the classic Wallabies, and
Yeah.
they invited myself and Freddie and Brian Fletcher. Geez, we had a good time, a good bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And it was, really enjoyed it. We beat South Africa in the final. And
it's just in their
it
team.
wasn't hit and giggle. It was serious. That's why I did my neck again. I come home and had to get the neck done.
Do you think Joseph Suaalii can be the best convert to go over to rugby? Obviously, we've had Sonny Bill, Lottie Takiri, Wendell Saylor.
Well, I
Israel
think
Folau's probably been...
He's most surely played more union than all those other players, I'd say. I'm pretty sure Matt Rogers played a fair bit of union. But Joseph, union's been a big part of his life. Like, when you go to those schools, you are
Kings
committed.
is a union school, yeah.
And you're committed to playing. So, you know, you're not missing out and there's not other commitments involved. So he's most surely the one that's gone over with the most union experience, I'd say.
Does this change anything for you being Blues coach and considering Suaalii for selection?
So if we pick the teams in 8 weeks, and if he's available in 8 weeks' time, then he'll be considered.
Mm-hmm.